Welcome to Unapologetically Black. This podcast is a platform to express various topics and provide a safe space for my melanated people. I'm your host, Jessica Williams, and thank you for listening.
What's up, y'all? I know y'all are probably wondering, like, Jess, where have you been? And y'all, when I say life has been lifing, it's been turning me every way but loose, okay? But I'm here now. I'm finally in a better space where I can come back and talk to you guys and provide content and really get back into the things that that I enjoyed. So yeah, let's get into it. Excuse me. But like I said, life has been taking me through a lot. And I had to take a break from everything and really gather myself. And I had to go through some difficult things, difficult times. But I'm here now, like I said, and I'm better. I'm working on myself. I've made some progress and I'm ready to provide more episodes for you guys and hopefully continue. So I've been working. Your girl has been working, okay? Trying to make this money. You feel me? But nah, I really am trying to make as much money as I can. I have goals I'm trying to reach. So I've really been locked in with that as much as I can be. I've been traveling. Your girl went to Jamaica last year, and it was the best trip, one of the best trips I've ever been on. I can't even lie. It was just so peaceful and healing, and I am in love with Jamaica. And I plan to buy a house and land in Jamaica once I'm, able to in a space to do that. But it's so beautiful. The culture is beautiful. The people are beautiful. I just love it. And then I went to Turks this year. That was a great trip. It's a little different. I was thinking like the islands would be kind of the same, and in a sense they are, but they all have their different like flair to them. And Turks, to me, is more of a party island. But next time I do go, I plan to really explore like the culture more and get into nature a little bit more as well. But I enjoyed that trip so much. It was a well needed trip. I need to like just get away from everything that was happening back home and just zone out for a little bit. Another thing that's happened, a lot of you may not know. Well, I'm sure you guys don't know, but if you know me and you tune into my podcast, you would know that my aunt, she did pass. My great aunt, and that's the one that she raised me from since I was like 4 years old. So that was basically like my mom. But and dealing with that, and she passed this year, so dealing with that was the worst. Like I've never experienced a death that close to me as like in my adult age. I lost a cousin that I was very close with when I was in like probably in elementary school, and that hit me. But being an adult and losing someone that raised you, it's like, dang, that ain't it hit different. Like it was, and I don't even know how to explain it, and I'm still honestly grieving, trying to figure out how to grieve, and just figure out how to maneuver life because she was like my backbone, the person I could like talk to whenever I needed to. She had my back for real. And it was at a point where I was like, once that happened, oh y'all, I'm really not trying to cry. That's crazy. Um, Give me a second. But like I was saying, it made me realize like I guess it didn't make me realize, but it took me back a minute because I'm like, dang, I really don't have anybody. Like I don't have anyone. She was my person. And she was like the glue that kind of held everything together family wise. So it's like I have to reevaluate some relationships, cut a lot of people off, and just really like reevaluate my life, I guess, in a sense, and put my big girl draws on and be like, okay, Jess, you gotta make stuff happen for you because ain't nobody else gonna help you, ain't nobody else gonna do it. You feel me? And of course, I have friends and I have some family as well that's been in my corner since everything happened, and I am so appreciative for them. And they made me realize, like, okay, Jess, you're really not alone. You feel me? Like, you have people in your corner, and it just took me a moment to like realize that And like I said, I'm still grieving, so I won't really, talk too much about that. But yeah. But on another note, I've been in therapy. I started therapy last year, towards the end of last year, and it has been like the best thing ever. Because for a long time, I was like, I don't want to talk to anyone. I was the type of person to like keep everything to myself. And yeah, just not deal with it. But therapy made me realize, like, just you gotta let this out, because if you don't, it's going to continue to eat at you. And we started diving deep into like my childhood, and that's a lot. But I realized it was needed for me to really like um view like different patterns that I may be doing in my adulthood that stem from my childhood life. And just how I maneuver as an adult that may not be the proper way, and just really like unpacking different traumas that I've been through, and really finding a way to like cope and deal with them healthily, in a healthy way. Why did I say? Don't even worry about it. In a healthy way, and letting go of a lot of things that I've been holding on to. And when I say like it's been, I feel just like a weight that's been lifted, and I still have a lot of work to like do, but I feel lighter. I feel just good. And although I have my days where I'm like, dang, like what the freak, like why? But I can better deal with them now instead of me, because I'm a very emotional person. If you know me, you know, okay? Because I'm a crier. I'm gonna cry over the littlest thing, but I'm gonna get it together eventually. But I'm gonna cry. So I've been trying to control my emotions a little bit better, and not necessarily reacting on my first emotion, and really like thinking logically on certain things, because I think the emotion, reacting on your first emotion, it kind of blocks out a lot of things. So you're like, should I have said that, or should I have done that? And it's like, no, at the end of the day. So I'm really trying to think logically about how I react, what I say, my tone, and just everything. Um, and I've been on this self healing spiritual journey as well, just putting me first and unpacking a lot. I've been working out. I do calisthenics now. I still lift weights here and there, but your girl is getting strong. Okay, don't play with me. Don't play with me. But yeah, and I'm gonna start like posting content on my fitness page. I'm gonna leave that in the description below for you guys to follow me. And I've just been like enjoying life and just going with the flow, honestly, because I have oftentimes we try to control a lot of things that we have absolutely no control over. And that's what I had to like come to terms with, because I like to control things. I like to be in control. And that's a problem. But that also, like I said, stems from my childhood. So really just letting things be what they gonna be, and just flowing for real and seeing what happens. But with that, I've also been setting boundaries with people, with things, with myself, and really trying to like stand on those boundaries, because oftentimes like I'll set a boundary and then I'm like, okay, maybe it's not that bad, but it's not. It's like, no, Jess, like stand on what you said and don't backpedal. And for anybody else that's out there, like when you stand on business and don't backpedal, you said what you said, you feel how you feel, and if you don't even need an explanation. A no is a no. I don't want to do it is I don't want to do it. You don't have to explain anything to anyone. Um. So yeah, but I'm excited to get back into creating my podcast and creating content. I am going to change up a little bit from what I did when I first created my podcast. As you guys can see, my logo has changed. And I'm going to transition a little bit into um, talking more about different topics, like and getting more personable with you guys as well. I will still have guests here and there, but not as often as I did when I first started, because I think I had a guest like every episode. But I just wanted to come up here and say what's up to y'all, let y'all know I'm still kicking, I'm still alive. Oh, another hobby I've picked up. Well, I kind of really haven't picked it up. It's what I've always been doing, but excuse me, gardening. Your girl is a farmer. Okay. I've been out here planting seeds and I became a plant mama again because last year I had plants, but they all died. And now that I think about it, they probably died because of everything I was going through, and I wasn't really like pouring into my plants because I wasn't pouring into myself. And plants, they can feel your energy. So I have created another tribe of plants now. They've been flourishing, so that's good. Um, and I've just been creating structure in my life. And okay, side note, story time. So I went to a trip in Atlanta, and that was kind of like a spiritual trip for me because I received a lot of downloads and a lot of information. And I did get an astrology reading, and the main thing was that I received was to practice patience, not think I know everything because I have a bad problem of if I already know it, I don't want to hear anybody else tell me about it. Like I don't want to hear it. But I realize like even though I may already know this person may give me a different perspective. They may even tell me something new that I didn't already know. So being open to listening and receiving things, I'm trying to do better with that as well. And practicing my patience. I'm a very impatient person. And y'all that know me, y'all know I snap just like that. And I'm really trying to, like I said, that goes back to controlling my emotions and really thinking logically and really just taking a moment and just scoping the scenery and really like evaluating like what's going on and dealing with it accordingly. But another thing is creating like a structure. For a long time, I was just like doing whatever, doing what I wanted to do for real. Cause I was like, okay, I'm gonna do what I want to do. Can't nobody tell me nothing, and that's it. But that's not it, you know. So I've been trying to create structure, create a routine in my life. Journaling more because I was journaling and that was a part of my homework for therapy, but I stopped doing that. I stopped meditating. I stopped getting up in the morning doing my routine. So just really getting back into what makes me happy, what fulfills me, what fills me up spiritually. I've gotten back into reading. I'm on my second book, Asata Shakur. Y'all, this book is juicy. Okay, and I know I'm like rambling everywhere, but it's so much I want to say and get out to y'all. And I'm just excited to be recording. But I'm reading Asata Shakur right now, and this book is amazing. Like to read about what she's been through, the struggles, especially back in that time, even though it wasn't like a long, long time ago, but it was just it's motivating to say the least. Because I consider myself an activist and an advocate, and Asata was an activist. And you guys definitely read that book. Check it out if you can. It's a great book. I'm not quite finished with the book. I'm a little bit I'm a little bit over halfway through the book right now. So once I do finish the book, I'll give you a update. And as far as my first book I read is The Alchemist. The Alchemist, that book taught me it dropped a lot of gems for one. So if y'all want to read it, please check that out as well. I plan to read every book on my bookshelf this year. That's my plan. And I got a lot of books, y'all. Because I really was just buying books just to buy books, especially during the pandemic. And I never read them. Like I would start them and then I would get distracted and not finish. Then I would start another book and not finish. So now I'm really like telling myself, just when you start something, you need to finish it and see it through. That's my thing too. I be starting stuff and then I get discouraged, I get distracted, and I'm like, well, it is what it is. But nah, that's a part of my routine, my structure for myself. And back to The Alchemist. Y'all, I might have a little bit of ADHD. I ain't gonna lie. I swear, because I be like all over the place, as y'all can tell. But especially when I'm excited, I just start talking. Okay, but a preview of The Alchemist. So that book was just basically about, you know, following, like going through your life's journey and not really getting distracted, not getting off course. And if you do get discouraged, find encouragement. And the guy that's in the book, he was a sheep herder. I believe that's the correct name for it. Give me 1 second. But I'm going to tell you guys because I wrote a little blurb about it. So, what I got from the book is don't take shortcuts. Your journey is your journey, unique to you and only you. People may not understand it, but it's not really for them to understand. Stay on your path, which was quote unquote your personal legend, is what they called it. Because that's your purpose, your mission for life. And listen and pay attention to the omens and the messages that you receive around along this life's journey, and never give up, like I said, and seek guidance when needed, whoever that may be, whether it's God, another, if you're Islam, your spiritual guide, your ancestors, wherever they may be, seek guidance when you need it, because we all need guidance at some point in time. And just know the reward in the end will be worth it, because he went on a journey and he was basically supposed to be finding treasure at the pyramids, but he, along the way, he met different people, he learned different lessons, and he met this guy that had a an antique shop in a village, and he was basically saying, I've been meaning to go to the pyramids for years now, and I just haven't done it, and blah blah blah, and all this other stuff. And long story short, the guy, the main character in the book, actually went to the pyramids. He did so much stuff, and then he realized that the gold and the treasure was back at his original home. And once he got back there, once he got to the pyramids, he realized the treasure isn't here. And then he received a message like, okay, let me go back home. And he found the treasure back at his home. But the moral of that story was, do what you want to do in life. And he got to see the pyramids, he got to meet different people, he got to, travel. And he wouldn't have done that if he would have stayed home and been a sheep herder. He wouldn't have done that if he didn't follow his personal legend. So take from that what you may, what you will. Like I said, it's a good book. I suggest it. I highly suggest it. And yeah, so I'm gonna leave y'all because I'm just rambling for real. But that's a little update about my life and what I've been doing, what I've been going through. I plan to be back active on this page on my podcast. And thank y'all for listening. I hope y'all have an amazing, fantastic, and wonderful day. And just know that you are the ish. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise, okay? So peace, y'all.